The story of Northway Christian Church begins with a simple act of service. Two moms, Mrs. French and Mrs. Fain, loading up their children and as many neighborhood kids as they could fit into a flatbed trailer and taking them to Sunday school. Over the years, Northway has continued to demonstrate the love of Christ through service, reaching neighbors both nearby and around the world. Through countless outreach opportunities, church members have helped feed, clothe, and shelter those in need, supported community organizations, and worked toward racial reconciliation and justice. Lifelong member Kay Ellis and her husband Frank played a key role in establishing many of Northway's outreach partnerships.
Frank and I were outreach chairmen for 8 out of 12 years. An older couple that I admired so greatly asked us if we would be co-chairs of outreach. And I remember saying, "We don't know how to do that." And they said, "That's all right, we will teach you." And so Parker and Jean Wilson told us what we needed to know about outreach.
One of the partnerships that Kay helped start was with Family Gateway.
I got a call one day from some members of Temple Emmanuel who said they wanted to come over and talk to me. They said that they wanted to start Family Gateway as a shelter for homeless individuals and families, and they were asking 10 churches to give $30,000 each to be the initial seed money to start it. And wow, that was probably all of our budget for that year. It was a big ask, and sure enough, the board approved it.
And it wasn't just about financial giving. It was also about showing up and getting involved.
We used to go down and serve Sunday night suppers and do other things. Because we always tried not only to give money, which of course giving money is always good, but we tried to put hands into the effort. And I think that's important because people feel more involved in the nonprofit when they have devoted some time and effort to it.
Alongside Family Gateway, Northway also became a founding congregation of North Dallas Shared Ministries, now known as Now Forward.
Northway was one of the founding churches, and we contributed some of the initial funds. And we've had people serve on their board of directors. We've had lots of people volunteer out there. They do a food distribution and a clothing distribution. And we've had lots of people who worked sorting clothes in the clothes closet.
Northway's vision for outreach expanded beyond its local community. Under the leadership of Rod Fisher, who was serving as outreach minister at the time, the church began a long partnership with Honduras Outreach International, leading to dozens of mission trips.
So we researched that and figured out that would be the great place to do to accomplish what we were trying to accomplish, which was getting the adults in the church outside and in the communities working and seeing where our money was going and helping those who were in need just by being there, putting our hands in the ground and boots on the ground.
These trips allowed for Northway members to meet the practical needs and improve daily life for families in Honduras.
People having lung issues because they were cooking inside their homes with no chimneys. So we were building ovens and putting in stovetops so that they smoke would go out.
They also created opportunities to share joy and encouragement.
We bring tubs of cookies. The ladies at the church in Northway were so wonderful. They would start baking cookies ahead of time, and the kids loved them because they were unable to get those types of things.
For many participants, these mission trips were transformational, broadening their perspective and deepening their commitment to service.
It was a great experience. It's one that changed a lot of lives. They were able to come from Lake Highlands or the University Park area or the Preston Hollow area and see a third world country. There were many people that just couldn't wait to go. And so it was a major project that the church was rallied around. And I think that's one of the things that helped us during those times, that helped rally around those particular projects. So I'm hoping that we're able to get back to a project that we can rally around and move forward like we did with that.
Along the way, there were also meaningful spiritual milestones.
We did a wonderful thing in the river one year. We took Matthew Bean, Jennifer Bean's son, got baptized in the river. I baptized him in the river that was running close to the ranch. And that's obviously one of those things that he'll never forget also. That's where he was baptized as a member of Northway Christian Church.
Today, Northway continues its commitment to service through ministries such as the Seeds of Faith Community Garden, monthly diaper distributions in partnership with Hope Supply Company, Rise Against Hunger food packing events, and weekly mobile food distribution in partnership with Catholic Charities and the North Texas Food Bank. Student minister Linda Sanchez has experienced the impact of that ministry from both sides.
So back in 2020 during COVID, I was in high school at the time, and so I was on Zoom doing my classes, and my mother had told me that she started going to this church to receive groceries from them. Then in the summer, I sent my mom the location of where I would be staying for Be the Neighbor, and she said, oh my goodness, like that's the church where you used to get groceries from. And that is so sweet. Even before I got to step into the sanctuary, Northway was already embodying love and care for my family.
Ministries like these do more than meet physical needs. They create opportunities for connection, for hospitality, and for relationships that reflect God's love.
My mom would always tell me stories about how sweet and hospitable everyone was at the mobile food pantry. And so I think that we have such a big responsibility to our community to be the hands and feet of God, to participate in God's ongoing love, justice, and mercy in the world so that people can experience flourishing and they can experience abundance and everything that God has promised for them.
As Northway looks towards the future, Serve Committee Chair Scott Noble believes the next generation will play a vital role in carrying this legacy forward.
One of the goals is really to get the younger generation kind of involved in service ministry.
He also sees opportunity for Northway to address not only immediate needs, but also the larger systems that create those needs in the first place.
Where we can, we want to get more involved in the systemic issues, and we've started things like our partnership with Dallas Area Interfaith, which will hopefully be a kind of a launching pad for that.
And in whatever form that service takes, Northway remains committed to being the hands and feet of Christ for generations to come.
You know, different people have different kind of spiritual gifts to contribute, and I think for a lot of people that comes in the area of service. For a lot of us, really the message of hope and love of Jesus Christ comes forth best through service to others. That is really one of my favorite things about Northway, is just how passionate we've always been about service.
May we continue listening for God's call as we move forward, discovering new ways to build the beloved community and to share Christ's love through service for many years to come.